friends, and welcome back to another Needlessly Nostalgic. I'm one of your hosts, Tyler Nichols, with my other host, Mr. Lance Velchek. Let's get into this. Halloween Resurrection. This is from... Why the hell is it not showing? Halloween Resurrection from 2002. This was directed by Rick Rosenthal, from a story from Larry Brand, screenplay by Larry Brand and Sean Hood, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Brad Lorry as Michael Myers, Busta Rhymes, Bianca Kajik, Sean Patrick Thomas, Katie Sackhoff, and we'll give Tyra Banks and Thomas Ian Nicholas and Ryan Merriman. There's all these people where I'm like, I wasn't going to go as far, but I'm like, no, I guess they all deserve a
You're being
shout
nicer
out.
than I would. I would have stopped it. I would have said it has Busta Rhymes and a bunch of teens. It has a guy from American Pie.
Guy from Save the Last Dance and the what's the Rookie of the Year.
No, okay, fair enough. Rookie of the Year. That's one I should have mentioned. I did grow up on that. Him saving the Cubs. He's
followed me. I don't have my Twitter it's still technically active, but I haven't been on it in a long time. But he actually Thomas Ian Nicholas has followed me on Twitter since like 2011.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. Hey, Rookie of the Year. That makes me like him more. There we go. He was good in American Pie. I have no problem with the dude.
Yeah. Well, as one of us tends to do during this, I watched this with commentary.
I love that you watched all the bad ones with commentary because I don't own this. I wish I that's the problem with me not being completist, is these are the ones that I probably would have liked more. I watched all the good movies with commentary and they sucked. And now you're going to have all this cool information. So let's lay it on me, buddy. What do you got?
Dude, there's not much of any cool information because Rosenthal is kind of up his own ass about this movie. It's not that like self-reflective, we fucked up vibe that you would hope, because this movie was made the commentary was made for the original DVD release. And those are famously recorded before the theatrical release. Maybe there's been some test screenings, but so I guess it makes sense as to why they like don't have a wide reaction to it yet. But like literally there's different points where he's like, that's an interesting thing. Maybe we can explore that in Halloween 9. And all I could think was, you're not getting that chance, dude. You fucked this one up so badly. But no, there's not a ton of interest. I will have some interesting information throughout this. Not much of it did I learn from the commentary. It's this other shit that I've picked up throughout the years of just having lived. But it was a lot of just like bullshit and like things like, oh, you hear that dog? That was actually my dog barking. She makes an appearance in different scenes.
Similar to his Halloween 2 commentary, which I told you I watched. I think I even texted you and said, dude, this is the worst commentary I've ever heard. It made me almost want to swear him off. I was like, dude, give me something, man. Yeah,
I wouldn't have been nearly as against Rick Rosenthal in this episode if I hadn't listened to the commentary. But after listening to that commentary, I'm just like, this is just an old man that does not understand anything about the series and is a fucking idiot. He does not come across well in any way.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you see this one in theaters? I'm assuming this might have been this wasn't your first, no?
No, this was not my first. Oddly enough, my first Halloween in theaters was actually Halloween 2018. I did not watch the zombie movies in theaters because I saw the work print for Rob Zombie's Halloween, which we'll get into in that episode. But like, I hated it, so I was just like, I'm not wasting my money or time. I was in high school. Were you too young
for this one?
Yeah, I would have been 11.
Okay.
So I definitely couldn't go to the theater. I watched this. My history with this one would be I watched this at a buddy's house. I had a buddy that his parents like didn't give a shit what the hell he watched. So that's where that's where I ended up watching a lot of different horror films for the first time, including Resurrection, which, you know, when you're a kid watching something that you're not supposed to be watching, there's more of a charm to it. I still definitely recognize like, ooh, this doesn't seem good. But I didn't have that like visceral hatred towards it that I definitely have had over the years. Though to be fair, I can separate this enough from the series where this is practically like a fan film to me at this point. So there's some dumb elements that I can enjoy, but damn near everything about this film will be ranked last in our in our when we go with rankings, whether it's mask, whether it's score, just everything. But what about you? What's your history with Halloween Resurrection?
So this was the second one I saw in theaters. I was a sophomore in high school, so I remember driving to Western Heights, which for anybody who is in my neck of the woods is in Chicago Heights, which is a south suburb of Chicago. I remember it being a near empty theater, and I have three distinct memories. Me being absolutely heartbroken most of the whole time. That just, I don't know. There's a vibe here. I'm trying to remember. I remember just being kind of saddened. I remember at the time liking the mask, but now that I think back, I wonder if it's that I just hate the H2O mask so much that I liked, because I don't have that anymore. The mask is, we'll get into that. And then I remember it ending with him getting kung fu'd by Busta Rhymes and thinking, I'm watching the death of the Halloween series. I finally got to see number 7 theaters, and this killed it. And I remember walking out with a similar feeling of Spider-Man 3. And that, obviously I'm talking about the Tobey Maguire movies, where there was like just like a sadness and I was confused. And there's just, it's a weird vibe, not anger, but just like something that just was missing. I don't know. It's strange, man. So I drove home, and I think this is the second time I've seen the movie. I haven't seen it since the opening day.
No shit.
No.
That's crazy. Oh, and it's always funny when you mention Spider-Man 3, because that was the first movie that I remember seeing in theaters that I was like looking forward to and being disappointed by, where I just I couldn't understand my emotions. It's like, wait, but this is, especially because at the time it's like Spider-Man 1 and 2 were my favorite films. So I'm like, what is happening here? Why do I feel this way about it? Why do I not just absolutely love it? So yeah, that's always a weird feeling to contend with. And it's shocking to, I mean, I guess not super shocking because you do stay away from stuff, but 23 years in between viewings. That's nuts.
Yeah. Because it just, I've always been weird about this series. I think I've told you. I like it, but it's not my, I rank other ones better. And I think my issue with Halloween as a series is that it's one of the few horror series that I love, but also find a good chunk of it boring.
Yeah.
And I think this is a good example. And we will get into it more, because I definitely, I have a lot of thoughts on it now, that I think this was what studio horror was in the 2000s that really got to me. Like, because, obviously we would get better, and there are great movies in the 2000s. I've always been very harsh, but there absolutely are. But studio movies in the 90s were fucking better. And this was bad, man. This just, and I would actually argue, misunderstands Michael and his whole thing more than any other film. And that's including Zombie, because Zombie didn't really make any Halloween movies. He just had a guy with a mask on. But this thought it was a Halloween movie, and it goes in places that really tell how we were making movies at the time.
Yeah, I would agree. You even saying that, definitely this our franchise chats, because now this is our we've done multiple, but third in terms of the big 3. Like, this is us finishing off the big 3 with not finishing off, we still have a little more to go, but the Freddy, Michael, and Jason. And just from doing these, I would definitely say that Halloween is ranked 3rd. Like,
it's because it gets boring. That's the problem. It's like, listen, there's an issue with Jason and Freddy, but both of those I think get interesting, even if they don't always work. And out of respect, I respect Halloween because they really, as bad as they get. And again, I'm not counting Zombie on. Let's really just have a conversation about the original run, which is 1 through Resurrection. Like, they don't switch it up. 3 doesn't exist. Let's be honest. That's a different entity. Yeah. But they don't do enough to switch things up. So it's like, yeah, I've seen this movie before. The only difference is now this has a lot of goofy teenage like comedy, and Michael's like a bitch, but it's like they really just make the same movie. And I think I really would appreciate it, either some sort of swing or some change of scenery. So it's like, yeah, man, at this point, what's the difference? It's webcams and hip hop stars, which is like, yeah, that's what we did in the 2000s, man. Is we thought technology was cute, and we put, like popular people. I mean, which I guess happens now, but I don't know. I guess it always bothers me. So I'm not going to, I shouldn't hark too much on this for doing it. I think Bad Bunny was in fucking Happy Gilmore 2 and it was shit. But yeah, man, these are boring.
Bad Bunny's in that new Aronofsky movie.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it because I feel like I'm trying to hold back. So I'm not trying to like jump ahead. Let's start off with bringing Jamie Lee Curtis back. That's the beginning of this movie, which I've never liked, and surprise, surprise, I hate even more now.
Yeah, it's bad. It's one we've talked a bit about the opening credits, and when you say like generic studio horror,
oh yeah,
that's really where you get that. It's like they're like embossed with like this orange glow to them, and it's all just that on black where it's just, yeah, it doesn't work. It's real lame. I want at least the H2O credits, like they're over like they're showing like the map in the nurse's house with it's weird, but the credits are going from side to side, like it adds a little bit of flair to
dimension. Yeah, there's something to it.
Yeah, this one it's just like real basic, and then we're obviously just like going to this. It's the thing that bugs me is it's Grace Anderson Sanitarium. Why the fuck aren't we just using Smith's Grove?
Smith's Grove, yeah.
Like just use Smith's Grove. It's the connection. Like it's an easy connection to make. And also it's like, oh, you know why Michael would have he would know the layout. He would understand versus like, he just like knows where she is. He's like constantly is like, he's too aware of his surroundings for a man that has like, it's like he found the blueprint for Grace Anderson Sanitarium and he like studied it beforehand.
He knows where she is. Like he goes outside the window. It's so corny. And it's also, I mean, I guess it's not surprising. It's disrespectful to the character of Laurie Strode, but at this point you can't even use that as an excuse because like that's been long gone.
Yeah.
But it just seems like a real lazy plot point to basically make her crazy. And that she's essentially like, she's in a locked space. Like, it's like, there's so many ways to go about that. Like even in H2O, like she was paranoid and stuff like that. So now we say, actually, she's probably more paranoid, but now she's in a place that she has no escape, no route out. No, it's like, oh, she has a plan, but this is the dumbest plan ever. Her plan is essentially to catch the Roadrunner. That's her whole plan. She somehow sets shit up on the roof, which nobody notices, but Myers also has to step in the exact spot. The fucker was 2 inches over. Her plan wouldn't work. So it's like, why? So now as much as I shit on H2O, at least I get the idea of moving across the country, different name, looking behind your shoulders. Her plan here was hoping they didn't realize she's not taking her medicine and somehow build a contraption. It's like, so we're starting off on just such a weird, lazy foot.
Yeah. And obviously she's been here for a while based on her hair length. Like it takes a while to get your hair to that. Like it was because it was in a real short in H2O.
Super short.
So that should be our indicator of how much time has passed. And she's apparently, and not even apparently, it was confirmed by Rosenthal in the commentary. She has not taken a single pill. All the pills she puts in her doll. How many pills can that fucking doll take on?
Right.
Like
and what happens if they take the doll? And all that's just, there's so many like she's putting herself in such a disadvantage. I don't believe that. We set up, because this is connected to H2O. So we've said that she is smart and aware. So everything about this is almost like making excuses that don't add up. If this was a different entry that ignored H2O and this takes place after Halloween 2, I could be forgiving. But, and again, it's, how weird it is for me to sit here and defend H2O. It's like, who am I? But yeah, exactly. She has like 100 pills in the stall. But so it's like, but why? Why not just fucking be in a house somewhere? It's like this, it'd make more sense for this to have the 2018 vibe of her being, in like a trap house with a shotgun, not locked in a thing, hoping they don't find her pills. And also, we found her on the roof a bunch of times. It's like, well, what if that didn't happen? It's like, so I'm already like picking apart the movie and we're not even 4 minutes in. It's just, I don't know. Do I blame Rosenthal or who wrote this? You have a good memory. Even though it's weird about blaming
Larry Brand and Sean Hood.
Okay, but we also know how writing goes in movies where it's like they could have wrote something and everything could have been changed, and just so they could get paid, they have to keep their name. So I don't want to always bash on the writers, but this is definitely a team effort of fucking up. I hope we will agree on that at least.
Yeah, 100%. One, they like Larry Brand, like Sean Hood definitely did a pass on Larry Brand's script. And then there's various things that Rosenthal like wrote while they were filming, like during production, which we will get into when we get to that. Or there's one scene in particular that I'll definitely want to bring up. But like, and the whole concept of her tricking him and getting him up there, and it's just all, it feels all so lazy and just dumb, and it makes me dislike the Laurie Strode character. And
yeah, because her plan doesn't make sense.
She's so stupid too, of like, so you're gonna set this whole thing up and then you're gonna get tricked by him doing the switch, act like he's doing the switcheroo thing again, which I guess we should talk about. They establish that Michael killed the paramedic and crushed his larynx, and that's why he couldn't breathe, like couldn't talk or anything. And then Michael just like casually walks out into the woods
with a giant butcher knife.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure at this point, Michael, I mean, Halloween 2 is canon, so people are just walking, like seeing this paramedic with like burns all over his face, just walk along.
So I did hear, I should say I did hear like I'm discovering something. Yeah, when Michael ends up walking away and that guy who is obsessed with serial killers starts talking about his history, this movie does establish that the only movies that exist are 1, 2, and H2O.
I was gonna bring that up because you were right.
Jump in.
Yeah, you were right. They ignored parts fucking 4 through 6. It is now established with Resurrection of they're just ignoring those Jamie Lloyd. But also without those kills, like Michael is worse. Like Michael's barely done anything.
No, it doesn't do anything here. I mean, the fact that he tricks her. The fact that she has a stupid trip that works is ridiculous, but even that, it's like, so then she goes to check. But here's the thing. So her plan was to cut the rope and him fall, I mean, maybe 3 stories. I mean, let's say 4. I don't think it's 4. In fact, I'm almost positive it's not 4, but I'm going to give an extra story to be fucking nice. So burning didn't work. Shot 6 times didn't work. Fucking being trapped, pinned against it. Well, I guess he didn't get pinned. Fair enough. But everything that's happened to him falling is going to do it. So that already, I'm like, well, that we've established she's tougher than this. So her plan wasn't to stab him. Her plan was just to fucking let him fall. And as she falls on a bunch of branches, it's like, it's not the hardest landing. It's not on concrete. I mean, he'd break his shoulder, maybe even fucking, dislocate a disc. But I don't think she really thought out a deadly enough plan. So the fact that she reaches over, even I have memories of seeing this in theaters and being like, oh, come on, don't reach for him. How about, and also you think it's not him, but he busted through the door to get you. And also that's her plan was hopefully he doesn't look right when he walks in the room. That was basically what saved her life. He busts through it. That was Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees. Like, this is not the guy that's busting through doors. Like, he's a silent killer. He's a methodical killer. He's an entity.
To be fair, though, which also Rick Rosenthal, he just walks through that glass door in Halloween 2.
But glass makes sense because essentially as long as you hit it with your forehead and your knee, you're good. But like, this is a level of strength where, I mean, I listen, have they established he's crazy strong and inhuman? Yes. But again, it just doesn't fit with the vibe. It's a misunderstanding. Him busting through the door, it looks cool on film, but I'm like, yeah, but he's now overpowered. So the door didn't stop him, but a lampshade did? A lamp?
1, 2, they do the, did you notice how it's like in the edit, they're adding like the additional him like banging? Because that's not how it is. Like Michael just walks through, but then they make it in the, they make it in the edit seem like.
They do the fake shake.
Yeah, where it's like, ooh, they must have gotten some notes on like, wait, he doesn't even like test out. He just walks through it, which even that thing just like explodes into splinters. I don't know. That didn't work for me in any way. And I don't think it works for most people, but
it's Jason Voorhees. Like since when is Michael Myers? But then again, this isn't Myers. This isn't. and this tries to be, which I think is what bothers me so much, is that everything about this interpretation, like you said, it's a fan film. I think that's actually the best way to describe Halloween Resurrection. Halloween Resurrection is a fan film from somebody who enjoyed the series and then made a movie in 2000. Well, 2002, but regardless, like, it's strange that this comes from a guy that made 2, which is generally accepted as a great entry, and not from me, but most people think it is. So
yeah,
the jump in quality is suspicious. Now I think, did he accidentally make Halloween 2 a good movie, or was it despite him it was a good movie?
Yeah, probably there's a bit of him trying to add in trying to do stuff that Carpenter, like, oh, this is what Carpenter do. This is supposed to be a continuation of that film. So I feel like that probably reined him in enough, because I mean, I don't think of any other like Rick Rosenthal movies from like, oh yeah.
What else has he even done? I mean, I feel bad. I should know this, but
dude, bunch of TV.
Yeah,
he just went to do TV. Oh, let's see. He did two episodes of Buffy, so I'll give him that. Though I gotta look and see.
Yeah, but TV's established. Like, you have to follow a pattern.
Yeah, and also, and to be clear, the director on TV, they're not the ones making these crazy decisions. Like, they're the ones that are like, the showrunner is essentially what the director in film.
Yeah, now the director in TV, they just set up shots, but they can't change things. They can't alter tone.
Yeah, they're just setting, like, they're literally there to just get the day done. Like, that's what their role is. And which also, yeah, the 2 episodes of Buffy he did were not good. So
well, that says a lot. There's something that's in the whole movie, but I'm going to bring it up because it's also in the beginning and on the roof. And it made me think of somebody who, like, Jason Voorhees. Like, his weapon is the machete, but in reality, it's just a weapon he's used a handful of times. But really, he doesn't use it a ton. It's just, it happens to be his most iconic. This is a movie where, like, oh, Michael Myers uses a butcher knife. It's like, yeah, he has. But in this movie, it's all he uses. He has the same fucking giant butcher knife. And it's like, I find that so corny that he's carrying around this stupid big knife. And he's had it since H2O, because he walks in the forest with a knife. And it always has the same amount of blood on it, on the tip. Yep. And it's not that I know he does some other kills, but I just find it, to me, it seems like somebody who doesn't know Michael Myers enough that he's carrying around this stupid butcher knife, especially because he's traversing to this new sanitarium. It just, to me, it screams of this is Michael Myers, but it's like, no, it's surface level. You don't really get him. Like, he's going to use his environment. He's going to use his hands. Like, the knife was just in the kitchen. I guess we could blame H2O a little, where it's like, yeah, he gets it from a kitchen, but I just don't like the idea that he's going to carry around a knife. I feel like that's actually not Myers. He's an opportunist.
Yeah, he uses a knife, but he also gets rid of his knife a bunch because he'll stab someone and just leave it in.
He's not traversing with, I don't know. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
But there's something else in the beginning that I want to talk about, because it's through the whole movie, but being that I haven't seen this in a long time, I shouldn't say I didn't notice, but I didn't really comprehend it. They put black around his eyes and even on the mask.
Batman style.
Yes. So you see his eyes the whole time, which I fucking hate, but it's also weird because they put black around it. So it just makes me focus on it more. And I swear, maybe I'm wrong, I think they put it even around the eyelids of the mask. He does look like he has like eyeliner on. Yeah. I mean, plus the brows and the contour. Like, okay, I want to discuss this real quick. Myers is pretty in this. Like, the man has taken care of himself. He looks good. Eyebrows, contour. He has a little bit of makeup. I mean, I guess I do appreciate for his overlong sleeves how dumb they look. At least he's going out around the town as best looking as he could. Like, he cares. And a part of me kind of respects that. Is it stupid? Yes. Does it make any sense? No. But the man knows the importance of good skin.
And the funniest thing too is that, because the skin itself, it's the most Halloween mask of all, like, as in just like Halloween time, Halloween season style mask of just Looks so, doesn't look worn in any way. And yeah, he's essentially, I don't know if he just like took a marker to it and like took some spray paint for some contours, but his brows have never been darker.
They're fabulous. That's a problem. Is I can't take this mask seriously because it, like you said, as a Halloween mask, like mask contour and stuff, because from far away it gives dimension. The problem is like this is supposed to just be like a generic mask he's wearing. It's not supposed to look angry.
Yeah.
Like, we all make fun of Jaws 4 because the shark like has a growl. This is that in Michael Myers form. His mask has a permanent bitch face. And a part of me is like, I can't take it serious. Dude, his hair at times almost has a fro-like texture to it. And it's like, he's way too good looking. Like, I know they want to make him scary, but all it does is make him look like he's on a runway.
I think sometimes it's like perfectly coiffed too. Like the hair changes throughout.
But it's never messy though. It's styled. Like I said, the man, he's not going out looking like a bum. Yeah, this is not a bum Michael Myers.
Yeah, it's 2000s. He was using some gel. Getting that gel look.
It's stylish. The times are different. The 2000s, we're more kempt. We were a classier people.
There's a bit of CGI usage in this that I was pretty shocked to learn about. And it's when Jamie Lee Curtis falls down, like goes off of the knife and falls down. In reality, it's her falling, because Jamie Lee Curtis did that stunt. It's her falling into a like stunt mat, and the trees and leaves and shit that she falls through are all CGI.
No shit.
Yeah. I was quite shocked to learn that, because it's like, everything is so dark where it's like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. They'd be able to get away with it. But still, 2002, I would think it would stick out like a sore thumb.
I'm actually embarrassed I didn't notice it. I mean, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, that's actually really good. Like, we do worse now.
Yeah. And I think even too, because I tried looking at it in like slow motion, and like, I'm pretty sure that she falls into the mat and then they just like, they shrink her to make it look like she's like falling further.
Oh, it's not a bad shot though. I mean, I'm going to talk a lot of shit here, and that's actually something that I like the slow motion fall, but the problem is it's not far enough that I believe it to be deadly. No. And also she hits branches, which would break her fall. Hence when my whole complaint earlier, where it's like, so your plan was Michael Myers is going to do basically the same thing. I mean, head first, but he's fat enough. He'd probably flip. Yeah. So it's like, he would just, I don't know, you would just like stun him. Your plan was to stun.
Yeah. It's not, you need to position like a garbage truck under there or something, like a Fargo style wood chipper. Like this.
Yeah. Or like spikes from Friday 5, some sort of deadly contraption, not grass and branches.
Yeah, because if anything, that seems like the branches and stuff kind of stop, like break or fall a little bit, to the point where if this was actually a continuation, if they had a continuation after this, you could get away with being like, Laurie actually survived that.
100%. I mean, the fact that this is supposed to be her definitive death, I'm like, listen, she might have dislocated a shoulder. Like I said, a disc might be ruptured, but nothing about that felt super deadly. And that was also supposed to be the death of Michael Myers. So we're off to a bad start.
What is with Michael's whole like departure here? He gives the knife to the clown man, where it's like, I guess, setting him up. So why would Michael do that? Why would Michael fucking try to set up this fucking other inmate? Like, why? It doesn't matter if they know. Like, they're not going to know who it is anyway.
Oh, I never even took it like that. I always just took it as like, that guy's obsessed with killers and he's like kind of passing the baton, which I always thought was stupid because the Myers that I know would have killed that guy.
Like, and Rosenthal even mentions of like, oh, maybe we'll see him in Halloween 9. Like, no. Yeah.
He's like the Penguin in Halloween Kills. He's like that guy.
Oh God. Well, and like, even like Michael then like escapes through the sewer system, where it's like, wait a minute. He didn't get there through the sewer system. We already saw that he got there through just the fencing. Like we've already seen, they already did this setup with the security guard and him being in the background where it's like, okay, he broke in that way. Why is he then leaving through the sewer system?
Through the basement, yeah.
Fucking dumb.
Well, that's
which the implication too of like, wait, so does this run all the way to his house in Haddonfield?
That's what I'm saying, man. So I didn't realize this until I looked it up. Obviously, I haven't seen this in a long time. I didn't realize that the sewer system is set up so they could basically say this is where Myers has been the whole time. And I hate that with all of my life. So essentially and like you said, so they are hinting that this connects to Haddonfield. That seems like a long walk. That seems like a multi-county project. I don't think that exists. So he's just hanging out in the sewers.
Let's not forget H2O and Lori's crimes happened in California.
So he walked all the way back to Illinois
through the sewer system. That transcontinental sewer system.
Oh,
I'm saying
sorry.
too. We've talked about like the size of Haddonfield many times. Haddonfield University.
Oh, that bothered me because we looked into this. Haddonfield cannot. Who is a university? Like a community college, maybe, but even that, it's like I don't know why the change of Haddonfield bothers me when I found it charming in Nightmare on Elm Street, but for some reason this is just annoying. There's a giant university. It's like, so now it's actually like a big town.
And it doesn't need to. This could just be a nearby university. You don't need to call it Haddonfield University. It
should be Smiths Grove University or I don't have my notes on me about Halloween 6, but yeah, they told you all the towns.
Yeah.
So this could be Oak Lawn actually. I've been Oak Lawn a bunch of times. I was at the end of the map in Halloween 6. Oak Lawn is close to Moraine Valley Community College. So this could be Moraine, and that's like 45 minutes away from Haddonfield. Boom. I solved the problem.
Yeah. Instead, it's like, no, we gotta have it in this like actually in Haddonfield. And the professor is Rick Rosenthal.
I mean, I'm sorry. Now I'm being mean. Why do I have a problem with that? I'm sorry.
I do.
Like, I'm gonna punch down the guy.
He sounded like an idiot in that commentary.
I know, but I don't have that memory. My issue is just he's cameoing in a terrible movie, and also the university sets up nothing that I need. In fact, there's a part that's in my screen right now where, and I think this is the 2000s that I fucking hate. Which is funny because I do think this comes from Scream, but this is why, like, when something does really well, people don't understand it and then like take from it and make things worse. Because I'm not blaming Scream. I think Scream's a masterpiece. But this guy walks in and it's supposed to be real serious. And he's talking about Myers and he's kind of weird looking. And he like grabs her panties and it's like, what the fuck is going on? And then it's like, oh, it's a joke. It's a joke, folks. He's being weird on purpose. And then we're all like, It's like fucking 2000s, dude. I swear,
yeah.
I don't miss this type. I mean, I guess we're not that far removed from it, but you know what I'm saying, right? There's always this sort of like, like this cutaway to like lower tension. There's so much of that in this fucking movie, man.
I think it's because this is the era of like American Pie and Road Trip. There's all these like teen comedies that then they're trying to like blend it in with the horror. It's like, this is what teens like nowadays.
Exactly. And let's not forget that, Scream was the first movie to kind of tell you about tropes and wink at it. I mean, I know it's not the first, but one of the first to sort of be self-referential in a way that I think it was hard for them to always keep things serious because the audience was now kind of in on the joke. So even though this movie does take itself seriously, it undercuts a lot of it with this sort of like wink. And I'm like, I'm glad we are out of that. But I mean, we're in it in different ways. But like I said, it's like they took the wrong lessons from Scream. And just, this is like the style, man. This is the style. This is actually, when I say I hate 2000s horror, it's the tone that this movie produces, which is what I use as my poster for that hatred.
Yeah, I would understand that. And especially, I mean, even the connections they do try to make, because I found this out from the commentary. Rosenthal was like, yeah, it was really important for Bianca, who plays Sarah. It's like that she play with her hair when we first see her, just like Laurie Strode from the original. That's like, oh my God. why is that even why is that even a consideration? Like, that's so stupid.
It's when Adam Gordon Green had the same hat from the original in Laurie's room.
David
like, she really loved that hat.
You just mix Adam Green and David Gordon Green.
Oh, did I? Okay, well, yeah, I'll call him Mr. Green because I should like Adam Green. I think he seems like a decent dude. But it's that sort of, I feel like, I don't want to say misunderstanding, but it's like, oh, you're focusing on the wrong things.
Yep.
Like that, you can't bring back a weird little tick and trait because that's just you being cute. It doesn't actually tie in anything or mean anything. So it's like, how about you look at tension, how it was built, how scenes were set up, how they were blocked. How about you take that? For fuck's sake, you made Halloween 2. And even if it's not my favorite movie, like at least it feels close to the tone of 1. And now in this one, we got dudes in Pulp Fiction outfits and afros, like fucking giving commentary on webcams. It's like we have lost the plot.
I wonder how much a younger generation just would not connect with this film, just for the fact that like even Sarah and her web boyfriend, who's not actually her boyfriend, Miles, he like because they're like talking, they're chatting online. And it's like, even that, it's like, I wonder how much a younger generation would be like, wait, what? You would chat on your computer online like that? Like, what? What is this?
It's too far removed, but they're also not even accurate in the chat because if you notice in the movie, the letters happen as if they're typing live. But I was around this time. I had AOL chat. Like, no, it was like, it's a text. You type it and send it. So the fact that it's like, he is in it's a tension builder, but at the time it was stupid, and now it just seems way too retro. I think when you do technology movies like this, I think there's this idea that because every once in a blue moon you do something that I think kind of just lives in the zeitgeist and will live forever, but that's like 1%. For every movie that's, I'm trying to think of like a tech movie, like I think all the ones I like are actually super culty, so I don't even know if I'm making a good argument for a big one, but this is like Strangeland with Dee Snider, where it's like, yeah, maybe at the time it was scary, now it's real stupid. And this does the same thing where it's like you're focusing so much on the webcam that this didn't exist at the time. Did we? Yeah, we had webcams. There's no fucking lights in the house. Everything about this is a lie at the time. So now it's just like nobody's gonna be into it or even buy it. And it's not even authentic. It's not even being like, oh, like, look at this crazy stuff. Like when you watch movies that take place in like the 70s and shit, where it's like, that's how it was. But this was not how it was in 2002. I'm not that far removed from this. I remember it. It's like the cameras are still too clean. Trust me. I had a webcam. Like I mean, especially without any, in a dark house, you would have saw nothing. And I'm being picky. If this movie was really fun, maybe I wouldn't be as annoyed, but the tech stuff seems like an old man not understanding what was new and thinking he's being hip. I get that vibe the entire time. Like Rosenthal or the writer, I'm not really sure who invented this. They think they're being clever and they're not.
It's funny you say dark house, and the one thing I kept thinking was how much this was lit like a haunted house.
Well, the lighting is dumb. It makes no sense, and I fucking hate the house. The house doesn't make sense size-wise, because it's this isn't, even 5, which was a mansion, wasn't that big. This makes it seem like this seems like it's set in a sanitarium. But you're right, though. There's always like blue and lights. But I'm just saying, like for a webcam, even the lights that don't have any source wouldn't show up. It doesn't. And also the internet connection. It's like this. I mean, what, this was cable? Maybe. It's like, come on, man.
Unlike the, I have a fun fact too, because Bianca Kajik, she physically cannot scream because apparently that's possible. So all her screams in the movie are actually Katie Sackhoff screaming looped in. Like Katie Sackhoff did the like ADR for it.
Wait, is Bianca is she the lead? I don't know the names of this. Okay.
Yeah, so anytime she screams, that's actually the blonde girl.
Which is funny because Katie Sackhoff was in that famous
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. I didn't realize this was her.
Incredible. Yes, she was one of my favorite shows of all time, and she is one of the best characters on that show, Starbuck.
Yeah. I never saw it. Even I was at the time. I was during the time of like Heroes and Lost. Like that was like prime TV. People don't really get it, man. My sister's a giant fan, so I should actually give it a chance. Edward James Olmos is in it too.
Yes. I got to tell. I got to tell both of them, both Edward James Olmos and Katie Sackhoff, of how like amazing that show is and how it's the best show ever.
The start of the golden age of television, buddy.
Yes, it was 2005 to like 2008 or 2004, I should say, to like 2008.
I don't want to sound like an old man, but people do not understand how fucking progressive it was to have these serialized television shows that were taking themselves seriously, that weren't on HBO or Showtime. Like, it really was, it changed the world. I was there, man. I was there. It's like, so I don't like any lip from anybody about any of those old shows. It's like, dude, those walked to everything you love could run. There's no fucking Breaking Bad. There's nothing you love without those like early to mid 2000 shows. I'm sorry.
Yep. I agree. And we also have so much to thank with Dangertainment. Really, they really put in Dangertainment, put in the work for all the web series shows.
Oh, you're being sarcastic. I was like, I don't agree. I was like, I don't agree with this. What are you talking about?
Like, even the name itself, what the fuck is Dangertainment? You couldn't have workshopped that a little bit longer.
I mean, it's the whole thing is lazy. I mean, think about like, there's like a quarter of the kills happen because somebody's looking off screen. It's like, what's her name? Tyra Banks. When the one guy gets killed, she's like, decides to make a latte and also dance and just not, I mean, she's not even having any peripheral vision. She decides to like do a little bit of a fucking dance, dude. Also, can I ask you this? I have it written down because I never noticed this. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've only seen it once. The tripod, the legs are actually pointed and sharp. Now, as somebody who owns a tripod, you own a tripod, we all own tripods. I feel like that wouldn't be the best way to have something stand up. In fact, I would argue the tripod would fall over if the feet were pointed and sharp, as opposed to being flat.
Yeah, I've had tripods where you could like roll it up a little bit, and they'd have like a little edge, and they weren't sharp. There was like a dull spike on the end of it that then it would grip, essentially, so it would grip carpet, so then it wouldn't move. But this is like full on bladed. Like, these are bladed tripods.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like they really couldn't figure out. It's just it's like an old man that doesn't know things work. I'm very okay with being liberal with reality if it makes sense. But never have I thought a tripod to have a spike. Where it's like, I thought you had a knife, bro. Aren't you carrying around that stupid fucking knife? I think that might even be like a sharp object you can stab somebody with. Like, and then also, what's her face doesn't. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm guessing I'm being
her not noticing it is ridiculous.
Harsh because it's tension. You're thinking she's going to look, but I also feel it just seems unrealistic for her to be that oblivious for that long. Like, how about he knocks the camera off and it goes to the corner and then he kills the guy in real time. Like, I just feel like it's one of those things where in movies where it's found footage where there's a lot of stuff where like, dude, you wouldn't have the camera facing this way. It breaks it too much for me. And I feel like that scene is small and inconsequential as it really is. It's just a kill. I found myself super annoyed and being overly picky on it.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's that's why a big reason that I have an issue with found footage films, because you're already expected to suspend so much disbelief when you're watching a movie that then you can't then make me like, you can't then ask me to then just not like just be accepting of like, oh, this camera just happened to pick this up. Oh, this camera just happened to be pointed this. Oh, this camera did this or did that. Yeah, you're
running away from a threat, and every time you turn, you're actually lifting the camera and facing the direction. It's like, well. I don't know about that. It seems a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, and I'm realizing too, we do get an explanation. It's not a solid explanation, but it's something you can imply when the Dangertainment folks are bringing in their equipment. We get to see this red car getting towed away from outside of the Myers house. Clearly, what Michael drove back from the sanitarium to the house.
So I guess it wasn't the sewers.
Yeah, so it wasn't the sewer system. He got out of the sewers and stole this red car.
And they've done it in many movies, but for some reason, I'm more angry about it now. At least show the car pulling up, like, low angle shot on the street in front of the sanitarium, or maybe across the street where it's in the background. And all of a sudden, a tire pulls up. It's on the right side of the frame. And underneath, we see the bottom of the car. Door opens. We see foot go down. Okay, we've established Myers is there. But as far as I'm concerned, he walked because we have an established car. And I don't care if he's done it before. Michael driving is kind of a weird thing. So I feel like you have to treat that with respect because again, people get pulled over. He looks suspicious. He has a mask. It's like,
especially
there's no cars at night,
Yeah.
I've been I've lived in small suburbs before in my life. And I know as opposed to the city, you get pulled over in a suburb for just being out because cops have nothing to do. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, the sewer system's dumb, but at least I could be like, okay, yeah, they established these dumb tunnels. That's what he's using. But the car, it's like, okay, I guess we're back to that. Why is it getting towed? You can't park in the street in the burbs? Isn't there like a reported stolen? See, I'm getting my head now.
Which says it's been there for a decent amount of time, where it's like, wait a minute. So how the fuck were you guys? How was Dangertainment able to set up so much stuff? Because later on in the film, we discover that they rigged this whole wall to like just explode out with fake like limbs and skeletons and shit. Where it's like, wait a minute, so you guys were able to do that while Michael was around and he just fucking dealt with it? Because
he was polite.
Yeah, because like my thought would be, oh, you guys have already been doing this stuff, and now Michael gets here, and it's just the tail end where this guy's trying to set up a camera, and Michael's like, I'm killing your ass. But no, this would imply that he's been there for a while. So why the fuck was he not doing? Like, why did he let them do all this stuff? Unless
he let them set up.
Unless he's well, I want you guys to bring me more victims. He's like, Freddy, more victims.
Not the Michael we know, though. That's so against character. Because you're right. They set up a bunch of stuff in the house. And let's not forget, they have a command center in like his little garage outside, which isn't how we do it now. Like if you were to come over, I could set up, 2 mics and a laptop. There was a shit ton of cables, a bunch of TVs. That's like an intrusive thing they set up. So it's not something you did in 20 minutes. So we've established that this isn't like a quick in and out. And if Michael Myers has been here, but let's be honest, he leaves Busta Rhymes alone after getting scolded. He like walks away. So it's like, this is not even so Myers could get talked down to, could get scared off if you're mean enough. It's like, okay, well, awesome. So we've essentially ruined the character.
That was a Rosenthal ad. That was not in the original script.
Then I am on your Rosenthal hate train, because that, even when I saw it in theaters, was like a big thing for me. Like, whoa, guys. Yeah. I mean, again, tonally, it makes sense in the 2002 or 2001 when it was probably filmed, because it was kind of like witty and we're talking back, But let's look at Freddy vs. Jason, right? We have what's her face from Destiny's Child. She's talking shit. She's running her mouth. Like, okay, it has the same thing, but the payoff there is, oh, she didn't see the killer behind her.
No.
Where this, it's like Myers just fucking tucks his tail between his legs and goes off and becomes sad. He goes and mopes somewhere. And the thing is, what is he doing there? Let's talk about that. Where is he going? I mean, he's in his own house. He's not going to his bedroom. He just goes and sits in the tunnel like he did in Halloween Kills. Or no, it ends. It ends. He goes in a tunnel and becomes sad.
He's just hanging out. We see multiple times, like, as one, I think it's the Thomas Ian, whatever, he like shines his flashlight and it goes across Michael, but he's not paying attention. There's a lot of that. Oh, you would have seen him had you only been paying attention. But where Michael's just standing in a room, just hanging out. Which, even when they first show up at the house, our lead sees Michael through the window, like clear as day. It's like, oh, yep, there's Michael Myers. It's just like, what? There's at least a little. It honestly made me appreciate 5 more, where I'm like, okay, at least in 5, they're like, he's like, oh, just barely going off screen. Like you're seeing just more of a hint of him. You're not seeing just him staring out the window at you in full focus, full everything.
Dude, the cinematography in this is atrocious. I looked up the guy. I'm not trying to blame him because I know a movie is a group project and he's doing what he's told. But this is so overlit and so bright, and I feel like there's no contrast anywhere. I had the same thought, differently in terms of what, but while watching this, I was like, man, I guess 5, for all of its flaws, at least still at times feels like a Halloween movie. It's like, as much shit as I talk about that, it's like they still frame him, at times correctly, where at this, it's like, you're right, he's just, full frame, no blocking, nothing interesting, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Hanging out. And again, why not, if he's going to hang out, I know it might break the character. Have him sit down. This poor guy's staying the whole fucking time. Have him chill. Like there should be like a love cushion or I don't know, some sort of chair. I feel like if we're just going to not care about the character, like give the guy some rest, like a cashier at Target. I don't care if you sit. Yeah, but him just kind of standing in a corner it looks stupid, and it sounds stupid in the script.
Yeah, I don't really. They don't do a good job with his placement in this at all. It's like there will be a scene where it's like he's one place and then he's like, because so when Thomas Ian Nicholas, that's not his name. I gotta make sure I get it right. Yeah, Thomas Ian Nicholas, when he gets killed. Yeah, Bill. When Bill gets killed, we just saw Michael like just before that. And then it like cuts over to him looking in the mirror. And it's like, wait a minute. So Michael got in the walls at this point? And also, how much room is there to walk in these fucking walls that Michael can just hide in the walls?
Yeah, it's The Boy. You ever see The Boy? It's that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this whole elaborate like almost not tunnel system, but it's the house. He teleports everywhere in this. Let's be honest. Yeah. I think the problem is that the house is just not big enough, and it doesn't make, I think, physical sense at all. I mean, it's just because the outside is I guess it's clearly closer to the OG house. I mean, it doesn't it doesn't look weird like 5 or a little more Midwest like 6, but having it set in the house just makes me focus so much on logistics, where this whole movie, I kept thinking like how are people not even hearing each other talk? It's like, let's say Rudy and Bill are like on the first floor, and then I don't know, Sarah and fucking somebody else on the second. It's like, it's still like a 2-story house. Like I could hear my wife talk in her office across the fucking house. So it's like, they make, like, this should have been set in an abandoned Smiths Grove Sanitarium. It was closed in the late 90s, and they want to focus there. And I don't know how we get Michael there, but there needs to be some sort of way to bring him. But in the house, it's stupid because it's just a fucking small house. Like every kill you'd hear, and there's no good excuse for how they get around that. The tunnel system is how they make the house bigger, but that I've never liked anyway. Because again, maybe I have PTSD, but last time Michael was in a tunnel, or I should say the second time, it gets beat up by a dork who got his ass kicked by the band camp. So it's like, I don't want Michael in tunnels, Yeah, Michael in tunnels always leads to just badness. I don't like that at all. Listen,
let's say it here. Tunnels, unless you're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I don't want you in there.
Yeah, we need some pizza and skateboards, and that's the only time a tunnel works.
I mean, at least a fucking train car. If Michael was in a train car with like Christmas lights, listen, I might be a lot more sympathetic to this movie.
Oh. Hey, at least this film brought back the nudity a little bit.
I mean, I guess what part is so great? I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying the redhead gets naked, but that's it. It's not like it's a big moment or anything, and I'm pretty sure they cut around it a lot. But
I'm far more forgiving of redheads now, but listen, man, I'll be honest, most of my life it's not what I dig. If Sackhoff I didn't even show her boobs. She it's a bra double.
Yeah, she talked about it on her podcast, how she found out about it at the premiere about the bra shot, because that was not in her contract. They secretly filmed it, and she was pissed that they used a body double to make it seem like she did that, which especially when like it was literally just a year later that she did the pilot episode for Battlestar Galactica, where it's like, yeah, clearly she had her sights on more than just like being a damsel in distress in a horror film.
But did you read that one of her big issues was the stunt prop person had smaller boobs, and she was like, people going to think my boobs are small. But I kind of get that, can you imagine like imagine like, hey, as your dude, they want you to like kind of get out of bed naked, walk to the room. You're like, I'm not really feeling it. They have some stunt double, dick's all small, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, looks like Thomas C. Nichols isn't really packing. Then all of a sudden you're fucking dealing with that the rest of your life. I don't think it's the same for women, but still, I do think, size matters, and I do feel bad that they, usually it's the opposite. Usually it's like, I'd assume they'd get like something super busty, wouldn't even make any sense. That seems like the 90s movies I grew up on. 2002.
It's a nice push-up bra. It's never anything where I'm like, oh, those are not looking good. It's like, they seem
I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's what she said. I find that oddly charming that like she cared about that part as well, because I could relate to that as a guy.
I think she mostly said it in jest, because I remember watching it on the pod, because she talks about it on her podcast.
I just read it, so but in text it seems in my mind that it was like, I really was worried that my boobs look small, like dramatic.
No, she definitely seemed more like, because she did like a rewatch of Halloween Resurrection. I think it was the first time she saw it since release, and it might have been during COVID or right after COVID, because she has this podcast, and for anyone that's interested in more Halloween Resurrection, she does have some pretty fun little like tidbits and things, because that's where she talks about ADRing for the Sarah character for the screams. She has a great scream, which we get highlighted when she gets her fucking head chopped off.
Which is, honestly, probably the best kill.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
No, all the kills here suck. Let's be honest. I don't think, because I was in my head like, okay, Tyler's going to ask about the best kill. I'm like, I don't know if I even have one. I thought all these are weak and lame.
They are. They're all very loose. Did you also notice too of how quickly the movie just rushes killing all of the characters? Like, I don't mind it. I don't mind that kind of thing when we're getting like a decent amount throughout. But we just get like because where it's like, oh, it's evenly spread out, and then there's like an onslaught at one point. I don't mind that, but like we're barely getting kills, and then we have a ton of characters that get killed off in a span of less than 10 minutes, because I literally timed it. Redhead, blonde girl, music major, and chef all die in a 9-minute span.
Which I never noticed the chef was called, what's his name? Should have wrote it down.
It is Rudy.
Sorry, as somebody who grew up near Indiana. I'm just hoping Rosenthal's or the writers was a big fan of Rudy. But no. There's a chunk of this movie where people are just walking around and Michael's just kind of like looking at them, and it's so boring. You're absolutely right. Like, kill somebody off enough so I could at least be entertained, because I feel like a good middle chunk of this movie is just nothing happens, and then they just kind of rush to kill everybody off, do a couple kung fu moves, and call it a day. I think that's the movie. It's almost like they forgot. Like, oh fuck, we gotta wrap this up. Like 3 days left of shooting. Like, we gotta. And there's also a couple off-screen kills.
Yeah. They don't even show Tyra Banks. It's like, give us Tyra Banks' death at least.
Especially as big as she was at the time. That's like a weird one to me. Yeah. And I was reading, I guess there was different endings where they killed off Busta Rhymes. His fate was left, which I didn't know. I never looked into this movie after I saw it. I didn't know that they were going to do a Clue thing, which I actually think is fun, but not for this movie. Yeah, they don't handle. It almost seems. Dimension's famous for reshoots and messing around. I didn't read anything about this being that. So why does it feel like interference about how it's shot? Like you said, it's rushed. A lot of things just kind of happen. The spatial awareness doesn't seem to make any sense. Like, it seems like a movie messed around with studios, but it actually isn't. It's a movie, as far as I'm concerned, and I haven't read anything that went according to plan.
I think Rosenthal just sucks at his job. Like,
that's what this episode's about. It's just our disappointment in Mr. Rosenthal.
Yeah, because I mean, Halloween 2 has pacing issues, but I still like Halloween 2 versus this one. There's just what's redeeming about this film? Like, what, the
Nothing.
fact there's like a house party that then they set up of like, oh, people are going to want to watch this with like the terrible line of exploring the house of a mass murderer. Want to watch? Like, oh,
To have me believe a bunch of people in their teens at a party drinking that aren't interested in getting fucked up or laid, that they'd all be interested in just watching what, I mean, and honestly, especially at this time with just how low def cameras are, like what exactly would you expect? It just, I mean, to be honest, them cutting away to that group of teens is, to me, I think one of the most egregious parts. And I think tonally, it just really, I hate it. I really fucking hate it. I don't find it charming or interesting. It to me is just the most dated part. And I think it actually adds too much levity. It's too cute. Even when they're trying to be serious, it like it filmed like it looks like it's Full House. It's bright and what is it? Half the parties in this room watching this. They're young and drinking. Like I'm sorry, I was at this age. I was partying in 2002, dude. If I was at a party and supposed, you want to go watch a TV show? I'm like, no, I actually want to go talk to Sarah. I want to have the courage to go like hit on her. No, I do not want to sit here like drinking freely in a house, which I can't do anywhere else, and go watch a web show. Come on, man.
And it's funny that the couple that first comes into that place, it's like this big fat dude and like this cute blonde. We're like, what the fuck? This pairing doesn't make sense.
Well, hold on. But they come in there to get laid because they come and make it out. They're expecting that to be, and then they decide to not have sex and then hang out and watch. Like, you're going to tell me that, come on.
Because it's that great line, exploring the house. What are you doing? It's like, exploring the house of a mass murderer. Want to watch? And like, because the guy's like, I think his response is something like, no. And the girl's like, ooh, well, yes.
I know. Yeah, the girl wants to. It's like, I mean, the guy, I mean, I could spend the whole episode on that part alone. I'm sorry. Bob Seger has a whole song about exploring bodies,
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember
way up firm and high, buddy. Way up firm and high.
And it's like, I remember that era of like, and well, just that time period of my life, your teen years. It's like, all you care about is like the opposite sex, or I mean, I guess if you're gay, then same sex, but the opposite sex and getting fucked up. Like, I had more of a like desire to just be drinking during my teens than any time after I was actually legal to drink.
There's something about, well, also it's new. The feeling is new, and it's the old saying of like, you're always chasing your first high, and that is absolutely true, because like drinking around that time was fun. It was new. You were, like you were exploring your personality. You're exploring the opposite sex or the same sex, depending what you dig. But a lot of that is just like a connection. It's you like coming into your own. So absolutely, you want to. I mean, I love to do now, but my favorite thing back in the day was to like drink and talk and chat and make jokes and just have fun. So I have a hard time, but I mean, it's set up, I think, just to get teens in there. But I mean, especially looking back now, it's like that part is so unrealistic. It bothers me. Michael Myers driving from California is more realistic than teens deciding to stop making out and watching, which is what happens. They just walk around the house. That's all that happens. They find a spooky crib. Oh.
Yeah, these kids are really into snuff films apparently, because they're like, they're all about it. So even after they find out it's real, they're like, oh.
You know, it's funny. I bet this probably makes more sense now. We're talking a lot of smack, but Gen Z drinks and does drugs a lot less than a younger generation. So maybe like if this is made now, Gen Z would be okay with not making out and just sitting in a room. Though again, they wouldn't be together because they're not really good in groups of
social
people.
settings. Yeah.
It would be the same thing, but nobody would be talking.
Yeah, everyone would just be silent on their cell phones watching the stream.
You grew up in a better time, huh?
Yeah, clearly. Isn't the one of the party goers is Linderman from Freddy vs. Jason? Not Linderman, Freeberg.
I'm bad at names, buddy. Which one's Freebird?
Freeberg is the guy who gets the Freddy worm down his throat. He is at 10808 for anyone that wants to see. He has like a ridiculous wig on, and he has like a 70s look.
He's Samuel Jackson, right?
No. He's right next to him though.
Oh, okay,
That's
hold on.
the Samuel L. Jackson guy is, which also is that
Different era.
yeah. It's like, well, he's not doing blackface, which is good, but he definitely still has
that's
like
how
a
you would
fro.
do it. No, let's be honest. That's how you would do it. I mean, I believe that to be the safest way, right? I mean, like, if we're being as progressive as possible, that to me seems fine. Though, I'm from a different era, so I don't know. I feel like people get upset about a lot of stuff nowadays.
Yeah, I don't really get offended at things.
I grew up with Carl and Sam Kinison. I could take a joke.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I will. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Final Destination 3, so I just like Ryan Merriman because of that.
Oh, it's been a while, buddy. I think you're more knowledgeable about that series. He plays Miles in this, right? That's that guy?
Yeah, Miles, and even gets a last name, Miles Barton, even though most of our characters in the film that are like in the house do not get last names, but this guy gets a last name.
Yeah, Jim, Jen, Bill, Rudy.
Fucking ridiculous. And also Freddy, clearly a like nightmare reference.
Yeah,
which
the lazy horror reference is great.
I love too, like the producer's viewpoint of, oh, people loved LL Cool J in H2O. We need to bring him back. And then it's like, oh, well, he's found a lot of success in the meantime, even though, I mean, he was already a successful rapper, but he has a lot more success in terms of his movie career with Deep Blue Sea and other things. So it's like, oh, his price tag's too high. Let's get another rapper, because they tested Coolio for it as well.
Did they?
Yeah. It's
I would have preferred Coolio. He has more of an edge.
Yeah, I mean, Coolio's a little less, I don't know, theatrical with his how he acts.
I mean, listen, maybe I'm remembering the past wrong, but again, as somebody who was in high school during this time, I don't remember Busta Rhymes being super big. I think he just had a couple of hits. Am I missing something? I feel like LL Cool J, that makes sense. Like, he was big, dude. He was everywhere when I was a kid. I feel like Busta Rhymes wasn't. I mean, he was, like I said, I think he had a couple songs. Again, I will stand corrected if somebody's like, dude, I mean, it isn't my music, so like I could just be blind to it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But for some reason, Coolio got a Weird Al cover. So I feel like Coolio should have been in this. But then again, I guess that's what, 96, 95.
I mean, Gangster's Paradise. Come on.
But I'm also saying that, like, Dangerous Minds with Michelle Pfeiffer is like mid 90s. This is 2002. He might have been past the prime. That is possible. So maybe Busta Rhymes also can't act. LL Cool J does have that kind of charming way about him, where Busta Rhymes had way too many lines for a guy who cannot act.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like LL Cool J. He's great in Deep Blue Sea. His character is underserved in H2O, but like, I enjoy him bitching to his wife and wanting the round melons that will always stand out to me. Like, he's affable. He's charismatic. Affable. He's charming. Affable. Like, there's stuff about him that I like. Meanwhile, in this, it's like, he's this guy. It doesn't help that Freddy's such a fucking asshole. Like, he's just not a nice person. Because even the moment where he's like, I didn't know. Then he gets seemingly killed. It's like, oh, good. You deserve this.
Yeah, so there's a part which, when What's-Her-Face comes to the door to try to talk her way out of it. Again, this is just me picking on the movie, so it has nothing really to do with this story, but it has probably the worst ADR I've ever heard. When he walks the door open it, he's like complaining about, something, and it's so off to like the sound that he was speaking when he was watching the Kung Fu movie that all I could think is like, there was another take. Did you guys get the room tone? Like why did he need to say that? Yeah. Like, did you need to just add some sort of commentary? It's just one of those things, but he can't act, so it's weird.
Rosenthal was constantly saying, where it's like, Busta was just always giving us gold. We just let the camera roll sometimes. He even he mentioned how in the scene where Michael's like, or Freddy's berating Michael, and Rosenthal was like, thank God he had the mask on, so that then we could switch up the dialogue and change it around for like change its placement and stuff. Or all I could think was like, I have a little bit more planning maybe.
But with the fact that he even thought that whole scene was appropriate for this character. It shows me everything I need to know.
Yeah.
Again, coming from the guy that did 2, which is beloved, I believe. I think people like 2 more than H2O. Can you meet me in that? I think that's true.
Yeah, you would fucking, I would agree with that.
So it's just so surprising that the guy came back and did, spoilers, not to give the ending away, the worst entry. Unless you put ends below this? I put this below ends.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I might have ends lower than this. I'm not. Again, we're gonna have once we go through, especially because I discovered that Kills. So I've already listened to the Kills one in the past, but Halloween Ends has commentary on it. So I'm gonna come into that one with some facts, some information.
Well, as somebody who will never own that movie, you'll have to let me know.
I'm sure it's not great. Sure, it's not great. Not expecting good things out of that. But yeah, Resurrection is like got to talk about the Kung Fu bullshit. Michael getting kicked by Freddy
out the window. Yeah, and but the good thing is they set it up. I'm glad, because I would have thought it was stupid before, but no, they show him watching Kung Fu movies and sort of acting it out in his room. So at least it's authentic. At least we know that, you and me can watch a Jackie Chan film. I watch Drunken Master. Clearly, I have the skills to, I don't know, maybe not rival Jackie Chan, but I could probably give him a run for his money. I've seen enough of his movies. That's how that works, right?
Yeah. You just see, it's osmosis. Same shit. People watch wrestling and they're like, oh, I can do that. I can do that.
I could do a pile drive. Yeah, I was trying to think like a specific move, but I couldn't. I was like, a pile driver. I was like, fuck, what was Sting's move? The Stone Cold Stunner.
Scorpion's
lock.
Death Drop. Scorpion Death Drop. And what did you say? Scorpion what?
Lock? Did he do some of the legs?
Scorpion Death Lock, he did. That was his submission move. Yeah. Good old Sting. But yeah, this, I will say, I'll say a positive about this. I like the shot where it spins around and Michael is between Sarah and Freddy.
Okay. Yeah, it's dynamic. Where the movie is very boring. I'll give you that. But he also teleports.
Yeah. Well, and they also don't acknowledge where it's like they think they've gotten rid of him because she ties a cable onto him and hangs him outside. Where it's like, you guys, he has a knife. Like, he has a knife. It's just the same thing. Shit with Lori, where it's like, hey, Lori, did you not think like, hey, Michael could easily just like do a sit up and cut himself free?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Get rid of his knife. You got to get rid of that fucking knife.
Like, kick him out the window, and you would think, see, this is for a movie that's supposed to be clever and knowing of the rules and tropes. Kick him out the window and then run like the devil's chasing you the opposite direction to get out of the house. They then kind of just hang out in the kitchen and discuss. Yeah. Okay, well, Myers is gone. So what's the plan now? What should we do? Where are we going? It's like, why are you hanging out, man? Yeah. And again,
get out.
We're establishing that he's been around for a long time. So I just feel like you need to be a little more clever at this point. Like, Myers has shown back up after being murdered a bunch of times. Again, I don't expect these guys to know the deep history, but the fact that they thought that was good enough, I don't buy. I just don't.
Yeah. I completely agree. It's like, what the fuck is happening here? It doesn't. Did I miss something? Are they locked in the house?
He does. I guess there's one door that's locked because they try to get out. I don't understand that. Because, again, it's a movie thing where I just have to buy it, but this is not the movie where I'm going to give you a lot of leeway. I'm not going to give you a lot of slack in the rope. So why is the door locked? Does Michael have a key? Does he have pockets? Because he's he doesn't put the knife anywhere. So how's he locking the door? And also, the door should be locked from the inside where they are at. That's how doors work. This house wasn't built in the 20s where it's some old skeleton key, right? The first movie is in like 78.
Yeah.
So it's like the house should have normal locks. I don't know. It's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Yep. Always been dumb. Always this movie just it misses in every way. It's just a piece of shit.
And it's not dumb enough to be fun. I think that's my problem, is that it's dumb enough to be annoying, but not so much. Because that's the thing, is when we get to ends, like I hate ends with all my life, but I'm going to have a lot of fun laughing at a lot of that movie. Where it's like, I'm not laughing here. I'm just like, oh, the chainsaw part. Where it's like, oh, that's actually kind of a cool weapon. Bring that in this series, and then you immediately stumble. I'm like, oh, God, get me.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding.
They don't set up anything and actually bring anything to fruition in a satisfying way. It's all, I mean, the whole sewer system like that they find, or we established further, Michael eats rats. Like, cool. He likes dogs. He likes rats. Cool.
Yeah. And you could tell that's Rosenthal or the writer, but somebody's being like, well, in the first movie, he eats a dog. So we need to establish how he eats.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so, but I'd like to establish his mode of transportation even more. Like, like there's a lot of stuff that's dumber. Like, I don't even have to buy, like, I understand he shits. Do you need to set up that he like has a bunch of toilet paper in the, it's like, dude, it's the thrilling of the hair thing where it's like, we're focusing on the wrong connections. We're solving the wrong problems.
Yep. There's the focus is in the wrong area where it's just like, why are we looking at this? Why do you think this is an interesting callback? Maybe do something that feels true to the character versus like even make something of like, oh, Michael thinks that Sarah looks like Lori. Something like, of like, oh, he has this weird obsession with her. It's like, no, she just is the last one just because it just happened that way. She was the one that was alone less.
He basically is protecting it. Yeah, he's pulling the Jason Voorhees, which is like, that doesn't work for this guy, dude. The first movie, the second movie, the fourth movie, I mean, none of them ends at the Myers house, right? First doesn't, second doesn't, fourth doesn't, I guess the fifth. So it's just like, there's enough movies out there where it doesn't, like the house has nothing to do with it. Yeah. So that making that the point is just it's really weird. And again, a better director maybe could pull something off, but I just find myself annoyed. That's all it is. Oh. Annoyed. And again, how does he die in this? I mean, he gets burned. but not even fully burned. He is a little burnt.
Yeah. But also,
because we see him.
I was going to say die in quotes because he literally gets brought back and at the end.
Yeah, like 20 minutes
eyes
after.
Opening. Yeah. So we're not even getting a proper death. It's just we'll see you later, which is hilarious. But it's hilarious because it's like, this is the end of this run of films, yet we don't even get a definitive ending.
Rosenthal was so confident that this was going to be a success that he was just like, and that's the end of that. I'll see you guys for the next one. But I want to give a positive, which is a weird one because it's not even that much of a positive, but I don't hate it. I kind of like the look of the mask melted on his face, although I wish it had hair, but I thought that at least the mask being melted looked more melted than he did in Halloween Kills, which looks like it was just slightly crispy, like he was like near a bonfire. Where this looks melted on, I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of fun. That'd be a fun in a better movie, in a better sequel. Having the mask melted to the face would be cool, but again, they don't do anything with it, and it doesn't matter because this movie's shit. So, but that's the only positive I can give. The only thing I'll say that I don't hate.
Yeah, because it gets rid of the eyebrows and it gives a little bit of personality to it. Though it is hilarious that outside of the mask, like nothing else is really burnt on him.
No,
like
it's great.
When she's opening the bag, you can see his hands from like a side profile. They're perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, he basically is knocked out. He doesn't get burnt in this one. He just happens to get a little crispy, like a little fire damage, but more just probably smoke inhalation. Yeah. That's it.
It's like he had a fire blanket on. We just didn't see after they left. It's like he put a fire blanket around himself, and then it's just the hair, the mask then took on the most of the damage.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. The one thing protecting his skin is the only thing that got hurt. Yeah, it's. I mean, listen, it is what it is. I mean, the fact that they end with a karate kick and he gets electric, like everything, and it's just like
trick or treat, motherfucker.
And that rightfully so gets made fun of. Like that's at least we as a nation came together to say, well, that's a stupid line. And I'm happy that every time people like mention this and punch down, Like that's the quote. Because that is one of those things where it's like, yeah, you guys need to live with that scar. Like that, you need to be reminded that every chance we get, or every chance they need to be reminded every chance we get, because that's the dumbest thing ever. That is honestly, it is the most embarrassing thing this movie's done in a movie full of embarrassments.
Anytime I talk shit about Halloween Resurrection in a video, I show that. Trick or treat, motherfucker. It's awful.
It's flawless. Flawless.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing. Well, I think we already talked about our best kill, which would be the Katie Sackhoff getting her head taken off.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's no good kills. What?
Dude,
what
I forgot. Okay. So remember the redhead getting impaled on the spike in the sewer?
Yeah.
Rosenthal said that it was an homage to, he didn't even say he called him Dario Argenti. It's like, that's immortalized in the commentary. Mess up the name. Yeah, and thankfully the guy, because the editor does the commentary with him, and he doesn't correct him. Like he says Argento, it's like 20 seconds later.
You and me really love Sam Raimi in the Evil Dead series. Good old Sam Raimi. It's like, dude, come on, man.
This is a massive. Yeah, this was our homage to the Evil Dad.
It's funny because it's like, wouldn't that be more of an homage to Halloween 6?
You would think.
It puts a nurse on a spike.
And even his explanation, he said something about Gothic, and I'm like, what? Gothic? Like, when I think of Argento, I don't think of Gothic. I think of like bright colors and like over stylized. Not to say it's a bad thing, but like, I don't think of fucking sewers, just like an impalement.
It's like, it's a big fan of Evil Dead, so I want to make this like a nice static shot. It's like, are you messing with me? Like, am I being punked?
Yeah, I wanted it to be a very clean, clean environment and very static, harkening back to Sam Raimi.
Yeah. I mean, because clearly Sam Raimi is known for being static. He's not a fan of movement. He has a very, wide angle, just let things breathe. The Sam Raimi way, really, is what I like to call it. So
we always call it when you Raimi it up.
Yeah. Wide angle, low static shots, just like the master himself.
What would you rate Halloween Resurrection out of 4?
Half a star.
Yep. Hey, it's our first connection.
Yeah, we agree. I don't even know why I'm giving a half.
Halloween.
Honestly, as I talk to you, it's like I don't know why. I don't know even why I'm giving a half. I think just because
you got to give it something. I don't think a 0 is possible. Guess we'll find out what ends.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'll give it half because the mask is melted and that looks okay. That's it. That looks okay. It's fine.
Yeah, I like Katie Sackhoff, so I like seeing her pop up. We got this is like a weird 2000s amalgamation of people. It's like the Thomas Ian Nicholas from the American Pie movies. The Rudy.
Yeah, what's Rudy from?
I know him from Save the Last Dance with Julia Stiles.
Yeah, see, that's not something I would watch. Oh, he's in Cruel Intentions. Maybe that's what I know him from.
Oh, yeah. So Cruel Intentions. Dracula 2000. That's probably another one you would know him from.
Oh, yes.
Not
Gerard
another
Butler.
teen movie. Oh, he was in Barbershop as well. He was just in like a bunch of these.
Conspiracy Theory. He was in Conspiracy Theory?
Oh,
shit.
God, I haven't seen that movie in ages. Surveillance Operator.
Oh, okay. Great movie, though. Great movie. Yeah. All right. Well,
yeah, we've done it. We've got through the initial run of the Halloween films. And now you're going to have some bright spots in this, but fucking this is just I was talking to my girlfriend about this where it's just like after H2O, cuz we watched H2O together, I'm like, this is just going to be like 6 films of misery for me. Like, I like Kills. That's like the biggest bright spot. But even then, Kills still has like fucking Penguin Man and just like random bullshit.
Well, let's be fair. Kills is dumb, but I think I hope we both appreciate Kills because it just leans into being dumb. You know, like let's just get this out of the way because I feel like I don't want people to think the wrong things about us. I really like Kills, but I think Kills is a really bad movie. I think Kills is fun. because it is trying to be so serious and just missing. I love it. But yes, we are going to go into dark here. Obviously, I'm going to enjoy the next couple more than you will, but I'm going to hold your hand, and I think that in the end we'll both suffer like as a group, because if we're going to round them all out, we don't have a lot of high spots going forward.
Yeah. Yep, it's going to be a lot of lows, and I mean, thankfully for the next episode, I've done a lot of. I've watched like the 4-hour behind the scenes documentary on the making of, and like I know a decent amount about the film, so I won't be all just negative this and negative that, and there's some positives. Actually, Rob Zombie's first Halloween might be the most positive I am in the next 5 episodes. So
well, that actually makes me happier than
Yeah, so we shall see. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's entertaining at the very least. And thank you guys so much for listening. You can make sure to subscribe to our Patreon. We are actually doing a giveaway on our Patreon, which it'll be the Halloween 2018 Steelbook, and it's just the Blu-ray of it. I'm going to give it away to a lucky Patreon member. So make sure to get over there and subscribe to that Patreon to get a chance to get that yourself, which I'm sure people are so ready to own some David Gordon Green. I'm sure most people already own it and own multiple copies. So this could just be another one to add to the collection. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you on the next one for Rob Zombie's Halloween. Goodbye.